What's up, Epic 7? TristenWulf here, bringing you another Epic 7 video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the news. And my God, there is some news today. That's right, we are on the eve of the 25th when the collaboration happens, when the balance patch goes into effect. So much is going to change. It's going to be a wild time to be in Epic 7. So we're going to go through these news points, and we're going to move through this at a pretty brisk pace because there are a ton of things that have popped up over the past 8 hours that we need to discuss, and I don't want to be here forever, so let's jump right in and talk about the 2025 offline event survey. So this event survey, they're talking about things like the E7 World Cup Finals broadcast and the Orchestra Symphony 7 of Orbis, wanting to see how we felt about this stuff. You know, do we like it? Do we want to see more of it? What were our problems with it? What could be improved? What did we love? What did we hate? Take the survey. It will be linked in the description of this video. Help be a part of making Epic 7 a better experience for everybody by taking the survey and giving them your valuable feedback. Next, it is a maintenance night. That means at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, the game will go down for maintenance. And once maintenance begins, we will start our post-maintenance podcast. Tonight, we'll be joined by my second chair, of course, I'm_Sue. We'll also be joined by Redos VA, who is a huge fan of Frieren. He'll be joining us to talk about Frieren. And we'll be joined by Hinojin, who is a legend tier RTA player who will help guide us through these changes and how they impact the PvP side of the game. And we'll be discussing the other changes coming to Epic 7 as well. So make sure you tune in tonight for tonight's podcast on this channel right here. Next, the Arena Season 3 is closing. So we're going to be finishing off Season 3 Arena and starting Season 4. Arena is going to reset. We're going to get more gear, new battle pass. All that is happening. So looking forward to a whole new round of Arena and most importantly, that Arena gear. PC client exclusive limited time extra discount event. Take a look at what this is, but first I want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video. That's right, the sponsor of today's video is Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is an excellent game. People will tell you it's not. People will tell you it's scummy and pay to win, and those people, well, they're right if you're playing PvP, but if you don't care about the competitive PvC side of the game, if you're just here for the PvE component, it is so much fun. The game is very generous. It has a diverse cast of characters. Right now, we're in the middle of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collab, so if you got the nostalgia vibes and you want to check out the Turtles, all of them are in the game. Not just the Turtles, but also Shredder, and making a special appearance is April O'Neil. Redheads, am I right? So if you enjoy the Turtles, great time to start. We are also in the middle of a fusion event, and this fusion is really good and really engaging. Fusion events are a lot of fun. They have you do all kinds of different steps and tournaments and events and things to do in the game in order to, at the very end of it, get yourself one of the strongest heroes in the game. So that is fun too. And if you start the game right now using my promo code, scanning this QR code right here, you will be able to start the game with 3 legendary heroes and 3 epic heroes. And yes, I didn't miscount. From my promo code right at the start, you will get the legendary hero Carido Foxhunter, who will give you all the DPS you need to start this game. At level 10, right into your inbox up here, will drop Tagore. It'll be Tagore at level 10, and then at level 20 you get Ugo, and then at level 30 you get the lovely Lady Annabelle. It's 3 epics and 1 legendary right out of the bat, and you'll be able to go into here and enter a promo code. Use one of the promo codes linked in the description of this video, and you'll be able to pick up a second legendary hero of your choice from the list in the description of this video. And also, it is not too late. Though I have already completed it, you will still be able to do the Michelangelo chase and pick up Michelangelo as a 3rd legendary hero, all for starting right now. And that is enough to carry you through this game for months without feeling the need or pressure to spend on this game. So give Raid a try. Don't listen to the haters. I mean, you listen to me, of course, but don't listen to the haters. Go see for yourself. And if you don't like it, you aren't going to hurt my feelings. It's not for everyone, but it might be for you. So give it a try, see for yourself, and enjoy Raid Shadow Legends. Now, let's get back to the news. PC client limited time extra discounts. Now, every time this pops up, there's somebody who's like, but I'm on mobile. Where's my special discount? You gotta understand, when you use the PC client, Smilegate gets all the money, all of it. And they're giving some of that back to you in the form of a discount as thanks for giving them all of the money. When you buy it through, I don't know, Apple or Google Play, they got to give 20 to 30% of that money to Apple and Google Play. So instead of giving them 20% of the money, they're keeping 10% and giving 10% to you as a thanks for making them money while saving you money. So yeah, they're not going to have to give Apple and Google 30% and then give you an additional 10%. They're say charity, guys, a business. So all these packs will have that special 10% discount if you use the PC to purchase. Next, Anime Frieren Beyond Journey's End crossover celebration weekend buff. That's right. Just when you thought you were out of Leafs, now you're giga out of Leafs. We are doing a buff event during the Frieren weekend. So same as always, 2% rune rate up, great. 50% catalyst rate up, great. 30% XP rate up, great. 50% crafting mats, great. 30% gold, great. 20% otherworldly breach and otherworldly hunt drop, terrible. Smilegate needs to address this, really. The way this works is it's a 20% increase to the chance that it drops every time you complete a run. You get, from Otherworldly, you get 6 pieces of gear. Now you get 6.2 pieces of gear, 20% more, 6.2. It's not 20% more gear, it's 20% chance that one more piece of gear drops. 20% chance that you get a 7th piece of gear instead of 6. That maths out to about 3.33% chance to get more gear. In short, this basically means on average, running Otherworldly, you're going to get 103 pieces of gear when normally you would have only gotten 100. It's such a negligible, non-impactful buff, it almost feels like it doesn't exist. It does not increase your odds to get otherworldly gear drops. It could be purple, it could be red. This is actually actively terrible. Now, for the Rift, there's only 2 pieces of gear, so it's about 10% increase to the gear drop on Rift. So it actually does have a tangible effect on Rift, not to mention that it's only 40 stamina per run instead of 160 stamina per run. You actually will legitimately feel the impact of a buff event on Rift. So if you are out there just trying to get extra gears, it may be a good time to farm Rift for gear. But as far as farming Otherworldly Breach and Otherworldly Hunt goes, yeah, it's better, but it's so non-impactful that I would encourage you to consider just farming runes or just farming gold and charms and catalysts and XP. And just do this anytime, because 3% doesn't really feel worth it to me. But hey, I guess a buck's a buck, but I really do think Smilegate needs to adjust this for the increased cost and bundled nature of Otherworldly. It does not feel like a buff event at only a 3% increase in drops. All right, enough ranting about that. Sorry for being a little downer on that, but I want you to understand how that hunt buff works, because I sure didn't when I first looked at it. I was bamboozled by it myself. All right, next is the Anime Frieren Beyond Journey's End limited pack sale. What good is a collaboration without packs, guys? Let's see what's in these packs. Are they good value? Should you get them or not? So first things first, we have special pack number 1 with Fern on it. It doesn't say the price, but based on what I'm seeing here, Molagora, slates, 90 bookmarks, this looks like a $50 pack to me. I mean, I could be wrong, but it looks like about a $50 pack. And what do you get from it? Well, you get 90 bookmarks, 300 Skystones, nice, you know, a little something for it, right? 10 Molagora, right there is about $30 in Smilegate bucks, right? That's they like Molagoras to be in the $3 to $4 range, so about $30 to $40 worth of Molagora. And a slate of adventure. What's a slate of adventure, you ask? This is an unknown slate that only works on Fern and Frieren. I guess on Stark too, but you're going to get triple S Stark anyway. Please don't slate your Stark. So it is a Frieren collaboration units only slate. So you can get this and use it as an imprint to imprint your Fern or imprint your Frieren. And Fern and Frieren have crit chance imprints, best imprints in the game, making this slate pretty high value. You can also buy this pack twice. So 50 bucks. If you spend the other 50 bucks in addition on the second purchase, you will get 60 Covenant bookmarks and a growth boost currency. So the growth boost currency is a potion of ascension and an awakening elixir. And it's a selection chest. You can choose one, elixir or your potion, to fully awaken your hero or 6-star your hero. It's nice. This is a nice bonus for newer players. Most veterans don't really care about these things, but hey, you know what? It is nice, and you get 60 additional Skystones, making the second $50 pack even better than the first $50 pack. Really, this is a new thing they've done. When you buy it twice, doing the purchase streak bonus. So I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. It sweetens the deal. It makes the second purchase even better. It's going to incentivize you to spend more. Hey, you already bought it once. Now you get even more value on the second purchase. It's a good deal for what is in it. Next is the collaboration special pack, 2,000 Skystones, 230 bookmarks. I've never seen so many bookmarks in a single pack in my entire life, and 250 powder and Transcendence currency selection chest. Transcendence currency is a unknown slate or a bottle of knowledge, not a slate of adventure, not one that's limited to use on collaborations. It is a unknown slate or a bottle of knowledge to be used on any artifact or any unit in the game. One, you can only pick one. It's either the slate or the potion, not both. So you can buy this once and you get all this, and if you buy it a second time, they're doing it again, and you streak with the second one, 120 more bookmarks. That is 450 bookmarks on a single purchase. That's practically 2/3 of a pity, 3/4 of a pity, and 10 more Molagora. This is going to be $100, easiest $100 I've ever seen, and this is loaded. This is one of the best values I've ever seen, especially when you get the second one. What you're getting for $100 here is insane as far as what Smilegate considers worth it. So yeah, I think this pack is very good. If you got $100 burn a hole in your pocket and you want to spend a little bit on your gacha game, this is a good one to get. But again, don't spend money you don't have, guys. It's a tap booba waifu game, and you got to realize what you're spending your money on and make sure it's worth it to you. Now we have the special equipment and growth packs. These, in my opinion, are for the new people. So remember, whenever there's a collaboration, we get an influx of new players, lots of new people coming into the game, wanting to play the game, and they are going to want to pull the units, and they're going to want to use the units. And that's about when they realize that Epic 7 isn't a unit-driven game, it's a gear-driven game. And they're like, well, I got my Frieren and Frieren, I came here for the collab, but I can't even play them. Don't worry, my guys. We're offering you some packs. So we got a +15 equipment set that is perfect for Frieren, and a +15 equipment set that is perfect for Frieren. Don't know what the sets are going to be. Probably going to be repost, but we'll have to see. It also comes with some bookmarks, you know, to give you a little something to play with in addition to the gear. This is not selling, this is not pay to win. This is not selling advantage. These sets are going to be mediocre. They're probably going to be 88 gear score. They always are. 88 gear score across the board. They're already fully awakened. You don't have to mess with them, but you can buy it, put them on your unit that you just pulled, and get in there and boogie. Nobody's going to be winning World Cup with this gear. If you've been playing for more than 2 years, you're probably going to turn your nose up at this gear. If you've been playing less than a year, you're probably, look, oh, damn it, that's pretty good. Maybe I want that. We won't know until we see what's in the gear set, but that's been the pattern, right? It is really, really good mid-game gear. And once you hit the late game, you're probably never even going to use the stuff as a collector's item. So it's a really good catch-up mechanic. These are typically $30 a pop. $30 to gear your waifus. $30 to gear your collab units. And last is the collaboration growth pack. You get 10 4 to 5 star summon tickets. Usually these have a 10 to 11% chance to be a 5-star. So effectively they're selling you 1.5 to 1.5 5-star heroes and a bunch of 4 stars, 10 summons, and a selection chest to get your awakening elixir. Pound for pound, it isn't that big of a deal. It's not that much, but it's a fun little bit of gotcha for the new players. This will be $10. If this is a penny more than $10, it's a scam. This might even be $5. This is the, to get all those new people came in, get them to enter that credit card into their game, make their first purchase, because once you make that first purchase, the rest are so much easier to make. So this is the get your foot in the door pack for Epic 7 to get people to start spending. And it's a good deal for a new player. For an end game player, there ain't nothing in here worth buying. And last is the PC exclusive collaboration pack. This is to encourage you not just to spend, but to spend on the PC client, where Smilegate gets the lion's share of the profits. And what do you got here? You got 15 3 to 5 star summon tickets. Mind you, this is 15 tickets, not 15 summons. You're going to be able to do 3 summons because it takes 5 tickets per summon. So be aware, this might look like you get 15 summons. You don't, you get 3. But you can choose the element, and also be aware that Frieren and Frieren will not be in the pool for these summons. They will be everybody except. It will not have the limited units in these summons. You'll also get some bookmarks, those you can summon for a free one with, and some sky stones. And over here, it's basically the same thing, except you'll get that growth boost currency selector where you can get either a potion of ascension or an awakening elixir of one of your choice. And you will get 30 summons in one day. This isn't spread out across multiple days. You will basically be able to do 3 10 summons back to back to back, and maybe luck sack into some units. This is not just get your foot in the door, get you to spend for the first time, but get you to spend the right way, get you to spend on the PC client. That's where Smogate wants you to spend. So expect this to be $5 and $10, or maybe $3 and $5. This is going to be a little bit of nothing, and probably worth buying at all levels of gameplay. You know, if you just want to spend a little bit of money for a little bit of fun, there you go. Mostly this is to get you to play on the PC client, to spend on the PC client. That's what Smogate wants. So all in all, we got 2 really good expensive high-end packs. There is $300 worth of packs here. You really got to be willing to whip out the wallet, but the value as far as what we normally pay for things is excellent. You got 2 new player packs that, for anybody who's been playing more than a year, probably aren't going to be worth getting, but for all the new people that are coming in, these will be bangers. And then you got the PC client pack. That'll, you know, a little bit of value for everybody, but you know, it's cheap and it's fun to have that dopamine hit from all these summons. And there's one last pack hidden down at the bottom. That's the lobby animation pack. 900 sky stones, and you can get the Fern and Frieren and Stark lobby animation. You've seen it in the video where they're sitting on the rocks and it's animated and stuff, but you will have to own the units. Otherwise, the rocks will be empty. So realize before you buy this pack, you're going to want to have all 3 units, or the lobby's going to look a little Spartan. You certainly don't want to buy this pack and summon nobody, and then there's nobody sitting on those rocks, and that would just be sad. All right, guys, what else do we have coming up? Frieren Mirrored Lotus Ring drop rate up banner. Frieren's banner is first. Frieren's banner will start right after maintenance. It will go for 2 weeks, and we will roll right out of the Frieren banner into the Fern banner. The Fern banner will come afterwards on October the 2nd and run also for 2 weeks. So that is how they're stacking it up. Make sure you got enough bookmarks to get them, guys. You don't want to miss out on limited collaboration units. Okay, before we get into the update, because I know that's what all you came here for, let's look at the last thing, the Frieren crossover special event. This is just explaining the events that'll be under the events tab, things that are going on. We're going to have gear that you can select. 88 gear, thank God, no more 78, so 88 gear. It looks like it's got animation right out of the anime. That's great. There'll be your daily grind to get your currency. There's your daily login event where you'll get your first Stark and you'll get his imprints for free from the side stories. You'll get your first artifact. You'll get your artifact imprints for free through the side story. Well, not for free, you're gonna have to grind for them. This 5-star summon ticket, once again, this will have every 5-star unit in the game that is not limited on it. It's a random, it's not a selector, but you cannot get Frieren or Fern, so there's no reason to save this until the Fern banner shows up. Just use it and get somebody fun. All right, guys, let's go take a look at the content update and see what all is happening in Epic 7 tomorrow. Let's take a look at what we have in store for you in this update covering this week and next. The update details provided in this notice are subject to change. Players will be able to view these updates after the maintenance on 9/25. Let's take a look, guys. I'm so stoked. This is gonna be so good. Let's go. Art department knocked it out of the park on these animations, guys. I am so glad they did the anime justice on this. Frieren's banner will be first with the Greater Tagael's Ancient Book artifact, and then Fern will be coming a week later on October the 2nd. And of course the free unit. Kit-wise, nothing to write home about, but still pretty good. Stark will be available for summon. Never, because he's free. You don't summon him, you just get him. And his artifact. A Requiem for Those Departed. So the side story, that's the name for the side story, and the irony of that everybody complains that every single collab is the same theme, right? The heroes show up randomly, they help us deal with a problem, we throw a festival with a feast, and then they go home. Except that's Frieren. Literally, that's the entire anime. It is just a collections of them showing up at a town or village or community, helping them deal with a problem. People throw a huge celebration, and then they leave. Poor Smilegate, they're backed into a corner on this one. We're going to have the exact same collaboration story theme we've always had, or they're going to do something that's not consistent with the anime. It's kind of wild, but yeah, I guess we'll get to see what a Requiem for Those Departed is all about. Frieren Beyond Journey's End 7-day check, and remember to log in every single day to get the rewards. Don't miss out on these juicy rewards. This is the lobby theme. This is the 900 Skystone lobby theme. The units will not be in the lobby until you have pulled them, until they are on your account. And here's your drop rate up. You will notice a 1 week overlap between Fern and Frieren. Frieren will be out first for 2 weeks. The first week it's just Frieren. The second week it's Frieren and Fern. And then the third week it's just Fern. So if, God forbid, you only have the resources to get one, and you want to pick the strongest one, wait until week number 2 and see how Fern tests out. And then you can make an informed decision while both banners are up and get the one that you want. But really, God, how can you not get both? Astral Forge? What the heck is Astral Forge? Enter using currency Astrium. Craft equipment with your desired set and stats using points earned from playing content. God, that sounds like Artena's crafting event, doesn't it? Looks like we have a new thing that is similar to Artena's crafting event. We'll get into that here in a little bit. The balance adjustment is going into effect, as is the artifact and the artifact improvements. Woo! Didn't we say that Operator Secret's buffs looked like they were in preparation for exclusive equipment? Wonder what they did for OpSig. Hopefully they made her good. And Ruel of Light. I am actually legitimately terrified to see what they did for Ruel of Light. Galaxy Coin Shop Selector added. This was promised, and I legit didn't expect to see this until 2026. I'm shook that it's here early. Any hero, ML Ludwig and earlier, can be directly purchased with 80 Galaxy coins. Wow. And you can buy up to 2 of them per Galaxy Shop rotation. That's crazy. Until a separate reset notice is given. Okay, not per Galaxy rotation. And you can buy 2 of them per reset on the Galaxy Shop. I don't know how far apart the Galaxy reset stops are going to be, but you'll be able to purchase up to 2 if you've got 80, 160 Galaxy coins saved up. My recommendation to you on this is, if there's somebody you want and you've got 80 coins, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Wait until we see what the next rotation is. And I know that's like a good 40 days away, but once you see what the next rotation is, then you can spend your 80 coins. Because the last thing you want to do is spend 80 coins buying, like, I don't know, your Archdemon Shadow, and then have her be in the very next shop for 40 coins. That would feel kind of bad. But if you can't live without a unit, if it's been holding you back and you got to have it, if it's older than Ludwig, who's about 2 years old, 80 coins will get it for you. And I know people will be like, 80 coins is punitive. It's really not. It's a selector, guys. It's really not that bad. If you don't want to spend the 80 coins, you can just do like you always did and wait for them to naturally show up in the coin shop for 40. You don't have to spend the 80. 80 just gets it for you now, as opposed to waiting for it to show up naturally in the rotation. These are still going to rotate into the natural rotation. So you can either wait and gamble and pray and hope, or you can drop the 80 and get it right away. And Eternal Wanderer Ludwig, that's almost 2 years ago. Honestly, a smaller window than I expected. I know some people were coping for 6 months. That would be bad financially for Smoggy to have such a small window. I think a 2-year window is more than reasonable. Me, myself, I would have made it a 3-year window. So be glad for only 2 and that I'm not running the show. I think this is okay. I know some people are going to be a little salty about it, especially people who are sitting on like 70 coins. They're going to be unhappiest the most, but hey, I know one guy who was sitting on 80 coins. He spent 40 on a unit last month, and now he's sad that he's got to wait several more months before he can get back up to 80 to buy the unit he wants. But it is what it is. It is better than what we had. Anybody that's complaining about this, you could take out this 80 coin selector thing, and it's exactly the same as we had. Nothing was nerfed or made worse. It's just an improvement, and I'm about it. Arena story, best story. If they make an anime, they should make it based on the arena story. Thank you, Merwin. A little bit deceptive here. She's increasing the slots by 100 to max out at 400 unit slots, but you can only max out to 400, and we're currently at 350. So it's only a 50 hero slot increase. It makes it look like it's a 100 hero slot increase. I got excited there for a minute, but it's not. She's just going from 300 to 400. She wasn't at 350 already. So yeah, 50 more hero slots. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. We were starved. 50 more hero slots. That's more heroes to wear gear. That means I don't have to have heroes in storage that I would like to be playing, because there's legitimately more heroes in the game than there are slots. So step in the right direction. Hopefully we get more of this. And Destina and Shamadra Staff, the most unpulled on banner in the history of E7, because it's right over top of the collab, and ain't nobody summoning for this unit during a collab. Really, don't summon for this unit. It's a collab. All right, guys, there we go. This is adorable and misleading. Please note that for next week, no maintenance will be required. This week, maintenance will be required. Okay, new hero Frieren is coming out. There are no major changes to Frieren. Nothing really changed in her kit or anything, but they did add a clarification you guys should be aware of. Resource increase effect only applies to resources gained at the start of battle. So her doubling of resources will not impact. You're not going to gain focus and fighting spirit twice as fast. She's not going to impact resource reduction units when they use a skill that reduces resources. It's just at the start of the battle. Her passive applies, and that's it. So a little bit of a clarification for those that were confused on Frieren. Let me take a few minutes here to reel it in a little bit. I said that Mirrored Lotus Ring was the best artifact in Epic 7, and I stand by that, because Tagahale's Ancient Book is the best artifact in Epic 7, and this is just better Tog's Book. But Tog's Book still exists. It still gives you the 20 souls. It's still really good. What does this artifact do better? Well, you got the chance to gain additional souls when you take a turn, but that's really not what's it. What's best about it is the attack. So if you use this on a DPS mage, you're instantly giving them about 150 more attack, which is significant on units like Ludwig to be able to drop bigger damage boosts, damage bombs. But is it so important you need to break the bank to get 10 billion copies of it? No, you still have Tog's Book, and units that aren't bringing damage to the table, they aren't as big of a deal, right? Nobody's worried about their Gloomy Rain doing additional damage. It's only units that you're worried about them doing additional damage that this is that big of a deal for. I do think that you want to get 2 or 3 of them, maybe more. The more the better, because it is just better Tog's Book. But don't lose the plot too much here, guys. It's just a better version of something that already works just fine. And the Fern banner. Once again, there's no real changes to Fern, how her kit works, but there is a clarification. The speed increase effect caused by exceptional magic does not affect combat readiness at the start of the battle. What this means is we had all, when we initially saw it, thought, wow, if this applies at the start of battle, like it says, she'll be the fastest unit in the game. She'll be able to outspeed Zeo. And that would be true. But they have specifically said it does not impact her combat race placement. So effectively, it means it doesn't actually start, or it doesn't actually occur at the start of the first battle. It occurs at the start of the first turn. Not necessarily her turn, anybody's turn. Whoever takes a turn, this will go into effect. So what's going to happen? Say you build a 250 speed Fern. she will start in the pole position of a 250 speed unit on the CR bar. Your 300 unit will be down here, your 250 unit will be here, your Fern will be here, your 100 speed unit will be up here. And that's how it'll seed. And after that, she will start moving like at 250 speed plus 75%, like about a 430 speed unit. She will zoom. Now, there are some who think that this speed increase effect is going to apply to the base speed instead of her total speed. The way things in this game usually work is it usually applies to the total when it's a booster like this, but we don't know for sure. But assuming it applies to the base speed instead of the total speed, instead of her getting like a 435 speed, she might be closer to let's see, 250 plus 7, might be closer to 320 speed, right? Still be zoomy fast. There's no way to really know until we test it, and it'll be easy to test, right? Just put your fastest speed gear on Fern, run her up to like 270 speed, jump into a mock battle room, and see after the first turn if she laps everybody 3 or 4 times, or if she just laps everybody 1 or 2 times, and you'll kind of know if it's applying to her base versus her total. I guess we'll find out for sure. Lots of people are saying they know, but we don't really know. We just suspect. Spaghetti coating and all that. What does this mean for her usage though? Well, it means she's probably not going to be an opener unit. I think people might still try to run her on speed and see what happens, because God, she'll be crazy fast, or cycling be crazy, but she's not going to be an opener unit like we had thought. She's not going to be a second Zeo or a faster Zeo like we had thought, but she's going to be a pretty good aggro unit when built on speed. If she's kicking in the 300 to 400 speed range, she's going to cut so fast. And also, if you run her on riposte set, it means even a little bit of speed on riposte is going to have a monumental impact on her. You could run her at 180 to 200 speed on riposte set and have a zooming fast unit. It means that when people start the fight, they're going to have to look at that CR bar and look at her placement and go, okay, she must be this fast. She's similar in speed to my 180 unit. She's similar in speed to my 250 unit, and have to like mentally check where she is at the start, because how she moves after that is going to be dependent on how fast she is. And the only clue to how fast she is going to be your CR placement. And if you aren't careful, you aren't watching it at the start, you're going to be sitting there going, is that Fern going to cut me? I think that Fern might cut me. I don't remember how fast she is. Was that a fast Fern or a slow Fern? It's going to make her a very interesting pick into aggro fights. And I'll be honest with you, while the idea of a second Zeo was pretty attractive, especially to me being a cleaver, the intricacy of how this is going to interact, the attention and battle eye you're going to have to what's going around you, having your head on a swivel at the start of the fight to see how this Fern's going to behave, I kind of like it. I think it adds some depth to the character and makes her kit very unique. Alrighty, and of course her artifact. And Stark is your free unit. There's really no passive notes or footnotes on Stark. He works just as advertised, which is, yeah, I'm sure somebody will put great gear on Stark and make it happen, but he's just kind of crappy, or Ravi, who isn't very good right now. Special side story Requiem. We talked about that earlier. It's a 3-week-long story across all 3 weeks of the collaboration. Special currency. You'll be able to, when you have artifacts from the units, you will get special bonuses to the currency. It's just a traditional farming event, collab farming event, nothing special and fancy. You'll be able to buy more Starks and more jumbo berry special artifacts in the shop. The shop will change. There's going to be 3 of them in here, 1 for each week of the shop with each currency of the shop. So basically you're going to get 1 for free, 2, 3, 4 from the shop, and you'll get 5 from the reputation bonuses, and you'll get your 6th and final one from completing the quest, from doing the quest for the first time through. And there's all kinds of stuff in here. Pretty glowy stone. I love the emotes. Stark crying emote is probably my favorite thing about this collab so far. I kind of wish the Frieren was an emote, not a sticker, but it's pretty cool too. And I take it back, Stark crying emote was my favorite thing until I saw we get a chest for a pet. We get a mimic as a freaking battle pet. I am so about this mimic. Oh my god, I want it. Excited. All right, guys, Frieren banner, we talked about that, followed by the Fern banner, we talked about that. Let's talk about the new content, Astral Forge. Little bit of divisiveness, a little bit of people arguing over how this works. Let's go over it and break it down. Chance to create new equipment with your desired set and stats. The new equipment content, Astral Forge, will be available. You get it through the Steel Workshop. You can enter the Astral Forge using a new currency called Astrum. Upon entering the Astral Forge, you can attempt to craft one piece of equipment of your choice. So when you get into the Astral Forge, you can do one piece of equipment. And it works very much like an Artena's crafting event with a couple notable differences. You got to grind through. You'll be able to lock, where is it here? You'll be able to lock 2 stats when changing substats. That's huge. And the speed cannot roll 5. It can only roll 2 to 4. Right? And you'll be able to craft the piece of your dreams. And during this event, the equipment crafting process goes in the following order. You get the set. You pick which piece of equipment, helm, boots, whatever. You click the main stat if it's choosable, and then you pick your substats. You can then go to the previous step by tapping the crafting button and change it. You cannot cancel crafted equipment, so please make sure to only craft the equipment you want. So what do you craft? I mean, let's be real. I mean, they're even showing it with Riposte set. Everybody's going to be crafting Riposte set because that's the newest thing everybody wants. Is that right for you? If you're brand new and you're Starfree gear, maybe you want to go for like a speed piece or something that's good for your account, can be used on lots of people. Or maybe you go for the Riposte set because it's the newest gear and nobody has it, and it's some of the hardest to farm good versions of. Or maybe you go for Torrent or Pen because Katie's a pain in the butt. Whatever. Pick a piece that's right for you. There is no right or wrong answer. I do recommend avoiding armor and avoiding boots because they're the easiest ones to craft on your own using blue boxes. Ring, chest, and neck have the largest variety of substats. They're the easiest ones to get substats you don't want. So these are probably the highest value ones. Weapon is kind of also like armor. It's not, it's kind of one of the easier ones to get the substats you want. So I would recommend a chest, a ring, or a necklace on these. And honestly, because the chest always has a fixed main stat, the ring and the neck don't. Technically, the ring and the main have the most randomness to them. So if you want to ask me, all things being equal, what you should craft a ring or a neck. And then what stats you got on it, well, what are you building? You go for Riposte set for Flan, you don't want crit set. You're going to go on a Riposte set for Fern, you're going to want crit chance. So yeah, it's very subjective, and we'll talk about this more later, maybe do some tier lists or guides on it, but it's very, very subjective based on your account. There is no magical answer, but all things being equal, stick to rings and necks. Now, one of the questions is, what happens when you're done? Does this go away? Can you spend more currency and go in again? It looks like you can, like this friggin' guy's got 900 currency here and it's only 100 to go per pop. Looks like you can make multiple pieces. Don't know. I've heard some people say it's definitely one and done because that's how Artenas work, but this isn't Artenas. There is no date range. Artena's crafting event always gave a date range. It always said this will be active from this date to that date. And if you didn't freaking lock in your piece by that last day, you just missed out. There's no date range on this. This is in here. It's permanent. It's always going to be here. The only question is the material that you use to enter the forge going to be something that's hard to get, easy to get? Is it farmable? Is it limited? How many times are we going to be able to do this? I would like to think that this is relatively permanent content, that it's going to be hard to get the stuff, but that we're going to be able to consistently be cooking towards a piece of gear we want. It takes weeks and weeks and weeks to finish. Well, it takes 4 weeks to finish one of these things off. So it's not like you're going to just be able to sit here and bang out banger after banger. It's going to be like, one really nice piece a month. And Smilegate did say they're coming up with ways to make gear easy to get, better gear easy to get, and be more respectful of our time. So maybe this is going to be a permanent thing. Maybe we'll be able to go in here multiple times, maybe not. We're going to have to see. I'm going to ask Smilegate, try to get some answers for you. Hopefully we have some answers by the podcast tonight. But regardless, I'm excited for it. I'm glad we're getting any form of Artena's crafting event. It's been a minute since we've had one, and I love that we can craft our Riposte sets in there too. Okay, hero artifact balance adjustments. So I'm not going to go over this. I did a whole video about the balance patch linked in the description. I'm not going to bore you with rehashing it again. We're already really behind on this, but I will point out one change that they made, and that change was to the artifact unfading memories. They added this last sentence: this artifact skill can only apply to one hero in the team. So what that means is you can't have 2 Soul Weavers wearing this artifact and get 40% ER and 8 to 16% AoE healing. They're not going to let you stack it. So You only need one of these on your Frieren team. Don't try to double dip. They are not going to let you do that, because let's be real, that'd be broken as hell. Okay, the new exclusive equipment. This is a big one, guys. Ruel's exclusive equipment. Rabbit Fortune Cookie Pouch. Applies the same effect to the caster when using Light Ascending. Light Ascending is her S3 skill. That means when she S3 somebody, brings them back to the dead, fully heals them and gives them a gold shield, she will at the same time fully heal herself and give herself a gold shield, making it much more difficult to slow Ruel down. That means you're not going to be able to just finish her off, right? You're not sitting there with a near dead Ruel thinking, well, I can bring somebody back to life, but then I'm dead. You'll be able to bring somebody back to life, fully heal yourself, give yourself an invincibility shield, and then still be able to use your S2. It's going to make Ruel much more sustainable and much more toxic to have on the enemy team. This is a powerhouse exclusive equipment for her that's really going to do big things for Ruel. I think a lot of people are saying this isn't going to do much, or underestimating the impact of being able to full heal and gold shield yourself and one other unit on the team. That's crazy. And Operator Sigrid, the one we've been waiting for. So OpSig, they are fixing the issue she had where she was too slow. We're giving her a 10 more speed, so that's going to help her get her up into the speeds she needs to be able to do some damage. Now, you might think it's a little antithetical to the fact that they removed her speed scaling from the damage equation, but it doesn't mean she doesn't need speed. She's not an opener. She's not going to be fast enough to go first, but she's going to be fast enough to be high up in an aggressive comp. And the extra turn condition triggered by Annihilation will be changed to when a critical hit is made. So the condition before was she had to kill with her S2. And if she killed with her S2, then you could S3. Now, all she has to do with crit with her S2, which, let's be real, she's going to crit with her S2 unless anti-crit is out there, and she will automatically get to S3. This fixes one of the other issues she had. She didn't do enough damage. Now she double attacks, and she's faster. It fixed her speed issues and it fixed her damage issues. Her only other issues were her survivability issues, but since speed and damage are fixed, you'll be able to increase survivability by running her on like Guiding Light, maybe even running her on Wall of Order for some stealth after she attacks. It doesn't solve the problem of the fact that we're dealing with a shit ton of evasion. She's got nothing to help deal with evasion. She's got nothing to help deal with like the insane tanky meta we're into, except the additional damage. But I'm telling you what, it makes her objectively better. It is a straight up buff. We just have to see if the damage is enough to deal with how tanky this meta is, if the speed is enough to get her to take turns and cycle turns, maybe be able to use things like Wall of Order and not rely on Guiding Light. Maybe rely on surface to air missile for chances to penetrate evasion. We got to see, but I like it. I think it might be what Operator Sigrid needs to be, a damage dealing unit. I'm not going to turn my nose up at it until I see it tested. Let's go. Okay, Epic Pass Legendary Season. I'm going to say this loud as I can in case the people in the back have turned the ears off. This is the biggest bait in Epic 7. It is simultaneously one of the best values and one of the worst values in a single Epic Pass. So what do I mean by that? When you click on the Legendary Inheritance, you'll be given two options. You can buy the Premium Pass for 900 Skystones, or you could buy the Special Epic Pass for 2,500 Skystones. And they're bundled, right? So if you buy this one first, that price will change to 1,600 Skystones. It's a 1,600 Skystone adder. If you buy this one, you will automatically get this one. So basically what we have here is a 900 Skystone Pass and a 1,600 Skystone Pass. The 900 Skystone Pass gets you everything you see here. It is so worth 900 Skystones. The amount of stuff you get from this is crazy. You definitely want it. And what do you get with the 1,600 Skystones? Well, the 1,600 Skystones, what you get is 2 88 mana Selection Stone resets, 2 random 88 pieces of gear that have random stats on them, and 2 88 ring and neck selection chests that have random stats on them. They can be flat main stat, they can have all flat substats, they can be terrible, random, and they roll randomly. They're not pre-leveled, nothing. You get basically, for 1,600 Skystones, you get 6 random pieces of gear and 2 reset stones for 1,600 Skystones. I can think of few things you can do in the game that waste Skystones as badly as this. This is such a scam that Hoochie looks at this and goes, wow, that's a bad deal. Don't buy this. Coin Shop. list. We talked about this a little bit in the video. Mui Elvira Lulica, but most importantly, the 5-star selector will be there. You can buy it twice per reset. That's not per galaxy rotation, it's per time they reset this chest. Don't know how long it'll be between resets. Yeah, reset schedule will be provided at a later date. It could be per year, it could be per quarter. We don't know how often this is going to reset. And then the 41s are Empyrean Elenov, Twisted Eidolon Charon, and Mediator Queric. Mediator Queric would be in the selection. He's old enough to be up here. It shows that they are still going to put the older units down here. So my advice to you is, unless you are down bad for the unit needed immediately, wait until this rotation is almost over. We see who the next rotation is, and then decide whether you spend 80, because you don't want to spend 80 galaxy coins getting, I don't know, Archdemon Shadow, only to have her be in the next shop for 40 coins. So be careful about that. Holo Trials boss is rotating for everybody who cares about Holo Trials. The new Leaf packs are coming back just in time for the buff event. Nice. And energy will be available for the purchase with the special coupon. Okay, this is the special coupon shop for Lay Scales. Energy will be back in there. This was actually asking me, when are Setska and Lady the Scales going to be in draft mode? They're adding all of the new units and some of the newly buffed units that people are excited about to the draft mode. So if you want to go try drafting, you can check it out. They're increasing units to 400. Great. They're making it a little obvious where the Potion Ascension are. That's great. Pack notifications are going to be changed in the notification center, hopefully less intrusive, not more. They're going to free rent out the app icon. They're going to free rent out the theme. They're going to free rent out the October tags. And they're changing the name of Shackles of Agony to Restraints of Agony, because this is where your development time went, I guess. I don't know why they're doing it, but I'm sure there's a reason. You'll be able to do simple log on using line account, and then they're fixing issues and UI issues. So that is it, guys. That is it. That is our news. We kept it under an hour. Somehow we managed to do it. We kept the whole thing under an hour. So give Raid Shadow Legends a try. Here is a little primer video that I'm going to stick here at the end to show you how to set up Raid Shadow Legends if you've played it before. Follow these steps to set up a new account and do Wulf a solid. Help a brother out. You want to support me, you want to support my channel, you don't want to spend money, but you want to show your support, this is what you can do. It doesn't cost you a dime. Give Raid Shadow Legends a try. Just do the tutorial. Take like 5 minutes of your life and see if you like it or not. You aren't going to hurt my feelings if you don't, but maybe you do. Give it a shot. For the rest of you, I'll catch you tonight in the podcast. Take care, Epic 7. Make sure you click on the link in the description of this video to support me and my channel. Or you can scan that QR code. That works just as well. If you do this, you will get a crazy powerful start with 3 free heroes. You'll start out with the legendary hero Karato, a serious damage dealing hero. This guy drops some nukes. He is fantastic into Fire Knight. He will help carry you through some dungeons, and my God, does he drop some ungodly damage. And when you get to rank 15, at level 15, you will pick up the epic hero Ugo. Ugo is such a strong unit that many people build multiples of her. She's widely regarded as a legendary hero in epic heroes clothing. She's got defense breaks. She can bring your whole party back to life. She can heal your team. Stupid strong unit to have on your team, and you get her for free at level 15. But that's not all. Once you hit level 30, you will get onto your team Lady Annabelle, who is like having a walking, talking lifesteal set for your team right there with you. Her attacks heal your team based on the damage she's done. She can place Revive on Death on your units, and her passive heals her every time one of your teammates or an enemy's teammate dies. It is a crazy passive and a crazy unit to have on your team. And on top of all of that, make sure you go over to the promo code section. And in the promo code section, you can enter one of the many promo codes listed in the description of this video. That way, you will start out the game with 2 legendary heroes, and you will pick up 2 additional epic heroes by level 30. That's 4 free god tier units right at the start of the game. It is the perfect time to start Raid Shadow Legends. But what if you already started? What if you've played in the past? Well, what if you want to make an alt with this insane start? Or what if you want to, I don't know, maybe you downloaded it but never really played it. Now you want to give it an honest shot, but you haven't installed your computer. It's okay. It's okay. This is what you need to do. first you're going to want to fire up your Plarium account, and then you're going to log out and uninstall the program. Once uninstalled, you're going to click the link in the description of this video on my YouTube channel or scan that QR code. Once you do that, it's going to take you to a site where you can download Raid. You're going to register using a brand new email and then launch Raid. Complete the tutorial, and once you're in, you're in. Karato will be waiting right there in your inbox. Now it's time to get raiding. Grind up a little bit and get to level 10. It'll only take a few minutes, and once you get to rank 10, the insane hero Tagore will be in your inbox. Now level 10 will be over in the blink of an eye, so it's back to the grind with these two insane heroes. Now once you hit level 20, bam, right there in your inbox, you will have the absolutely broken epic hero Ugo. Now we've got a little bit of work to do. It may take a little bit of grinding, but as soon as you hit level 30, right there will be Lady Annabelle to round out your account. That's two legendary heroes, Karato and the promo code, and three epic heroes, Tagore, Ugo, and Lady Annabelle, to support your team. Fantastic start for Raid. You're going to be so far ahead of other people who didn't use this code. So click on that link right now. Support my channel, support yourself with the best start in Raid. No better time than right now. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care, Raiders.